It's disembarkation day. I promise we're about to get up and go get breakfast. Come along with us. We'll share with you our takeaways from this US inaugural cruise aboard the Carnival Venezia.
And just like that, we're back in New York.
Everywhere we go, we turn to paradise. All I know is that I need you in my life. Let me show you how it feels to roll the dice. You know you want it, just say the word. Everywhere we go, we turn to paradise. All I know is that I need you in my life. Let me show you how it feels to roll the dice.
Good morning, everyone. We are here on the Carnival Venezia at Disembarkation Day, on Disembarkation Day at Canal Grande Restaurant for breakfast. So this is included, and you can come and have a sit-down breakfast if you're like us and actually have bags that you don't want to walk around the Lido deck with. My number one tip, if you're sailing the Venezia, I'm gonna just limit it to the first 3 months. So we sailed on the very first US sailing out of New York. If you're sailing for Venezia anytime soon, probably, let's just say till the end of the year. Let's give them 6 months. Pack your patience. Service in some places can be really slow, and some things can be a little bit disorganized. For instance, we were waiting, we checked in on the app, we got a table number for this breakfast on Disembarkation Day, table 561. We came to table 561, and it was dirty, so we had to stand and wait for them to clean it. But that was even after like 5 minutes of them trying to figure out what happened, even though they could see that we got the assignment for the table on our app. So just things like that. I think they're gonna work those kinks out. This is the first sailing, and it's one of the reasons y'all know me. I've said I've avoided inaugural sailings. If you're doing a 4-day on this ship, if you're in New York, I absolutely think it's worth it. If you're flying in, sure, it's worth it. Just now that you'll have these vlogs and you'll have other information starting to pop up, plan your days out, because I feel like it went so quickly, and we've done 3, 4, 5 days before. Have we done 5? We've done 3 and 4 days before. I've done a 5-day. We always do a week or longer. That's why I'm asking about doing shorter ones. I'm not a fan of short cruises because I feel like just when I'm getting to learn the ship, then I have to get off. So I think it's similar with this. The challenge on the earlier sailings is you don't have as much information on what's going on, and so you spend a lot of time on the ship trying to figure out what you're doing, and so we feel like we wasted time with that. Especially if you're vlogging. That's something you want to have ahead of time. That's something I usually have ahead of time so I can map out what we're going to do on board. But the great thing is we'll be back in July. We now know what to expect, and we'll be sharing with you from that perspective. AJ and his cereal. That's what you've had every morning of this cruise, son?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
LJ and his dry cereal. And fruit. You gave your fruit to Daddy? How's the fruit out?
It's actually very good. He don't, for some reason, he don't like it. He said it was a bad idea.
Oh, the fruit. Sometimes fruit on an empty stomach is not a good idea. He's right. All right, time for me to eat. The camera around, my salmon, my capers. I still have my omelet to eat, and my hash brown and my turkey bacon. I gotta get through this salmon bagel first. What did you have, Al? Because it's going already.
Vegetable omelet, turkey bacon, and hash browns.
Cool. All right.
Where's the omelet from?
Mine is a bacon, cheese, and what else I put in there? Peppers omelet. Turkey bacon is good. The omelet is good too.
It's a good breakfast.
It's a really good breakfast. Good breakfast. If you're like me and wanted to try Java Blue Cafe on board the Carnival Venezia but didn't get to do it throughout the whole 4-day cruise or whatever cruise you're on, On disembarkation morning, at least for the inaugural sailing, on disembarkation morning, the cafe is open until 10. And so I'm here to get my first cup and last cup for this cruise of Java Blue. The line is much shorter than it was yesterday morning, so disembarkation morning is here. I'm the only one here. Family's waiting behind me, but I'm the only one online for Java Blue.
Hello.
Hi. I don't have a packet, so it's okay to still use my card?
Yeah.
Okay. Could I have a cappuccino, small cappuccino?
You want
Yes.
any flavor for you?
Oh, what are the
You have
flavors?
caramel, vanilla.
Caramel.
cheese,
Yes, thank you.
Regular milk for you.
Coconut milk, please.
We have only soy and regular.
Soy. I'll do regular. That's fine.
Okay. Caramel or vanilla? Which one? Sorry.
Caramel.
Caramel.
Thank you.
Yes, sign for me, senor.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Next time we come, I want that spiked coffee with the Tia Maria, the Caribbean. Yeah, that'll be good. There's my cappuccino. This is so cute. Look what they have at Java Blue. There's a little crossword puzzle thing, so it's really like the coffee shop vibes. You can do this when you come get your coffee. Sipping my caramel cappuccino at Java Blue with the family here. Sleepy or tired or whatever you want to call it bunch. Anywho, we're waiting here until they call our number for disembarkation. I'm guessing they'll call it so that we can hear on the Lido deck. Java Blue is on Lido, but we haven't heard any numbers called yet, and it's after 9 a.m. so we'll see. They just made the announcement here on Lido for folks to refrain from making their way to the gangway. It's not time yet to do so. This is the first sailing from New York, so it's the first sailing back into New York since the transatlantic that came in a few days ago. So yeah, I'm sure there's some kinks to work out there too, but I don't mind staying on the ship for a little bit longer. We're all packed and ready to go when they call us. No line at Java Blue on disembarkation. Perfect time to go.
What?
Impressions of the ship?
It's a nice ship.
It's a nice ship. Favorite part?
Favorite part? Circle C.
And why?
Because all of my friends on the ship were there.
Okay. Did you know any of them before cruising? There's a sign for Java Blue Cafe. Of course, there's a big sign at the top, but what I realized is all the signs for all the locations are in Braille. All right, so impressions of the ship, Allan. You want to share some?
Beautiful ship. It is a very beautiful ship. Like, I mean, it's the first sailing, inaugural sailing, so there's stuff to work out. Pack your patience. If you're planning on being on the ship anytime soon, pack your patience. I'm sure it will get better as time progresses. You still got stuff to work out there.
Any tips other than pack your patience, or is that it? Because that's fine. I just want to make sure we're getting everything in while we have a fresh experience on hand and in mind.
You are going to see a lot of security walking around the ship.
Oh my goodness, for me that took away from my vacation. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not.
Security. And that's the reason why it doesn't bother me so much, because I know I'm not the type of person to go on the ship and do anything wrong and engage in any kind of bad
so that's
behavior,
my thing though. I don't need to see security because security show up when something going down, and I don't want to be around something going down on vacation. I live in New York. Like, I'm sailing away from New York. Not that New York is where things go bad all the time, but for me, basically, because I'm not doing anything wrong, is my reason I don't want to see security walking around. Now, I get it. I get why Carnival has to do it. I watch the news, I listen to the news. Probably not as much as some people, but for a vacation, you know us. We sail Disney, we sail Royal Caribbean, we sail Norwegian, we sail MSC. I'm sure they all have security, but I don't see them. And to see them everywhere all the time, for me, that's just not a vacation vibe. I get it though. You do what you do. You have vacation, planned, and you go and you have fun. but I'm being real. For me, that's not aesthetically pleasing for my vacation. I'm giving you the heads up that that's what to expect. I'm not saying don't go, just expect it. I knew about the rule changes that, you know, there were drug sniffing dogs and all that, but I'm thinking that's like embarkation day and maybe at each port, but they were all around the ship all the time. So, you know, we didn't see them every single minute, but I saw security at least every day, and I saw the dogs probably 2 out of the 4 days. And you know, I don't know, we'll probably see them today because we're getting off the ship, so of course there's customs, so that'll be like 3 out of 5 days.
Security in front of the kids club.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, listen, I understand because some of the issues we've heard about on Carnival were started with younger people, but it is what it is. That's part of my takeaway too. It's different to see so much security on a vacation.
Apparently for Carnival, it's going to be a new normal.
And so if you're already a Carnival, you know, sailor, a Carnival, what's the word I'm looking for? A patron of Carnival, you already knew this, or if you've been sailing them since the pandemic, or since, not even the pandemic, but like the past year, then you're probably accustomed to this. For us, it just came off a little different. Yeah. I agree with pack your patience. I agree it's a beautiful ship. I would add, make your dining reservation. If you're a My Time dining like we are, your choice, My Time, I forget what they call it on Carnival, but make your reservation on your app, on the Carnival Hub app, as soon as possible, like when you're getting ready to go. So like we got dressed and ready and everything and then made the reservation, and we found ourselves waiting an extremely long time that second night. The first night we had a specialty restaurant reserved, so we didn't have that experience then, but the second night for the main dining room, that wait was horrendous.
Almost didn't get our dessert.
Right, we almost didn't get the dessert. You could watch those vlogs, or that vlog if you haven't already seen it. But yeah, I would say do that. Definitely register your kids for the kids club, so you don't really have anything to do once you get here but drop them off at the front, and initially they need to scan a parent's card, I believe. Either see it or scan it. I had to give them my card when I took LJ to Camp Ocean, and after that it was just easy drop off and pick up, so that's cool. They don't give that little phone buzzer thing anymore, but if you've been sailing Carnival, you probably already knew that. But we used to get that at 10 years ago on Carnival when we dropped AJ off at the kids club. You want to say something, baby?
One thing I would add to the Carnival ship is to add what floor the elevator is on, so you don't always need to be wondering what floor it's at.
Oh yes, that's a very good point, son. Very good point. He's absolutely right. We would wait at the elevator for our lettered elevator for a minute, right? For a long time. Today was expected because it's Disembarkation, but you don't know where the elevator is. So we're waiting on deck 1 for elevator, whatever it was, I think B, and we have no idea if it's on deck 12, if it just left 1, which actually we knew when it just left 1 because we had just let 1 go up because we couldn't fit. But we wanted to know like where it was coming back, and every day, not just Disembarkation, not just embarkation, every day you press, you get your elevator letter, and you just stand there and wait. And we know other cruise lines do it. You saw it on our MSC World Europa vlogs if you watched those, but I feel like those came quicker. I don't feel like it was the same issue. So just knowing where the elevator is would be good for future. I know that's a huge change and they just redid the ship, so that's probably not coming like tomorrow, but the wait for the elevators could be tricky on this one. If you're in a rush and able, I honestly say use the stairs. There were a few times I used the stairs you guys didn't even know about. Not so much a rush, it's vacation, right? What are you gonna miss, a doctor's appointment? No. But you know, if you're trying to get to an event or something and the stairs are doable, do that.
See, that is why it is helpful to know where exactly what floor the elevator is on when you push the button, so that you can say, well, I'm on the 1st floor, the elevator's on the 12th, I can take the stairs. Because standing there waiting 10 minutes for an elevator it just doesn't make any sense.
Right, or if you're on the 1st floor but the elevator's on 3, you'd be like, oh, I could wait, you know? Yeah, that's a good, very good tip, son. Very good tip. Bye, Carnival Venezia. See you in a month.